I hope you're well, all in the world. I hope everyone is safe. No one has a right to make people feel that they're unsafe. I don't care what you believe. This is a common sense law. And it should be something that you want for yourself and your family. So you absolutely should not be doing this to other people where you make them feel like they're a target. Okay. Oh, Father, we thank and praise you for all that you do. How you continue to bless us to wake up. Continue to give us strength and wisdom to mind our own businesses and not hurt, harm, and mind other people's. Because other people's business in their lives. Because we don't want anyone doing that to us. That's common sense. If you don't want it done to you, do not do it to others. Amen. Because now God wants to do it to you. 100 million fold. Oh, I want to confess. Oh, now listen. As I stated, I keep getting sidetracked. Let me say it right here. These people told my children so hard through all those little illusions y'all be talking about, all them games. These are old dust buckets. And although they may have been in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, and 80s, and 90s, some over 100, coaching each other because they working against the machine and they feel they got to steal to survive. And I get it. Those people back in the day that literally had property or families and all that, and the machine ate them folks up and left them outside, they wanted a piece of the pie too. They did. I get it. But I don't appreciate how you all tried to make it look like I had a problem. I was a problem. I made the problem. And you sold that lie to my kids with your crafty, thirsty, century-old lies. Old plantation lies. You hear me? These are old, dusty lies these people put together and put on them young folks' minds. And these young people literally was told, well, I want to leave you the house. Because remember, they was trying to leave it to me, right? I was like, give it to the kids, because it hasn't dawned on me that these demons over here doing stuff they're not supposed to. Instead of sacrificing they old, dusty, unwanted, retarded asses, because their brains are already riddled, basically. And they trying to get this good, fresh stuff. Me, my kids, for years. I ain't available. My kids go over there without my permission, like I said, without my knowledge. Because these people are Pied Pipers selling kids to them parties. They used to have Freakniks right here in Chicago. It ain't stopped. They moved into houses. There's some abandoned buildings right here off of Parkside and West End. You don't know what the hell going on. You got a raggedy dump car, look like my daddy truck sitting out there. You got two other buildings sitting on the other side of the street. You don't know what's going on inside these houses. You don't know what's going inside these buildings that look abandoned. You don't know who's screaming at night. You don't know who being doped up, who being sexed out. I hate Chicago for that reason. There's so many abandoned buildings around that you don't know what's going on, but we're going to give God free reign throughout this universe to find these daughters, these sons, these people that have come up missing and don't nobody know nothing. There's a lot of missing people that, again, these little old ass gangbangers that's thirsty for money because they've been plantation niggas for a long time. They still can't get free. They trying to sell kids and grandkids to this. Well, we got you. We need your kids and grand. Okay. So they lied to the grandkids, some of these people. Got them over there where they at. And told them, well, your mama said give you this property. But you know she crazy. Been telling them that since you was little, bitches. Oh, you know she crazy. So, I got some friends that could probably get you to, as long as you go get her stuff. And you could put her pictures up. Go get her pictures, dumbass. That just came to mind. These kids wouldn't get my pictures. I thought that was so disrespectful. I have pictures. And they took them, and I'm sure what they were thinking was, well, Grandpa's giving us a place to stay so it'll be safe with us. That's what they were thinking. But now the circus one came in. You know, them little hoes and gangbangers that play like they so sweet. Some in church, some not. You can make it, huh? So they got the kids over there with my stuff. I seeing how things were going. I was moving a lot because of these niggas. I ain't saying who was who, but it was a bunch of niggas connected to some niggas, family or not, all in Indiana and well, I ain't scared of you. And Virginia, you name it. They talk back and forth, hang out, do stuff, move people around. You don't know it. All kinds of folks missing. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Hell no. Listen. Well, you know she crazy. We can't talk to her. I don't talk to demons. It's hard. Sorry. It's really hard for me. You got intent of hurting me and my kids, and you think we finna have a good old kumbaya. Motherfucker, I see. Listen, that's why I can't live with them. Because they always plotting on somebody. They're weird. Plot your own ass. But, well, God got you. Don't worry about it. God got you this season, baby. Don't worry about it. God got it. So, oh, you know, we can't talk. Yeah. And that's what you said. Yeah, I saw her you trying to talk to her. She don't want. Yeah, Getting me to sign shit all the time. I told them, don't sign nothing. Don't sign nothing. Don't go to court with these niggas. Don't go to no banks. Don't do nothing. Don't sign nothing. Don't do nothing. They weird. They not listening. I think they were scared. I don't know. Or they are scared. Because I know they stupid. This is a stupid group. They're very immature, very silly. I don't do crime. I don't teach my kids to be out here doing crime. So if they trick those kids into doing anything, because there's a lot of kids from that little foster care over there. Now, again, I don't know how these mamas and daddies come up missing over there. Because, again, these people make you homeless. And then they hurt you very badly. You either end up in a nursing home. They either start acting like they're a caregiver. They ain't got no heart. They don't care about nothing but money, motherfuckers. Anyway, good morning. I'm sorry, mad. I'm mad. I'm tired of people killing people. I'm tired of people in old, retarded, dusty positions. They retired, right? Why they in positions? Why they still got connections to banks? Why they still got connections to the police department? Why they still got connections where they can make calls to the cartel, the mafia, to the mob? Why they still operating like they still in position? What's the problem? Why they ain't sit they old, dusty, bent over selves down? I'm talking about these folks that used to be in offices. They still popping and locking. Even on their deathbed, they still popping and locking. Trying to, something came to mind. Some of these people that retired, they not only were transferred slave money, because they still think you slaves. I don't think they kids dig it. I mean, they might be greedy and little criminal gremlins, but I don't think they dig all this trying to maintain people's lives and all. I think people kind of, trying to maintain their own lives. They ain't that beady-eyed, Plantation gunman is tired. Nobody want to be no gunman. That's for prison wards. Why are free populated people being forced into crimes so that they can get locked up because you're targeting families? What is the problem? And they make money whenever they have these halfway houses, prisons, oddie homes. I mean, they locked up everything but dogs and cats. They got that too, animal control. Stop it. It's ridiculous. Innocent people sitting in there because they just don't like you, or maybe they made kids with these women and they wanted to take out the daddy, kind of like David in the Bible. We talked about it. But whatever the case, these little numbskulls got some little plantation taste of power. Yeah, old boss hog, deputized some black folks. Oh Lord, cause see, they getting old. They can't be out here. They buddies don't want to, And again, you give some Negroes a little bit of money and some power, they'll take their mamas and kids out. They don't listen. For some Benjamins and them little broke Negroes don't like their mamas anyway, child. Mama be on that slab with them grandkids. And they mamas. They don't listen. This is a cold, goofy group right here. Don't let them nothing but something that can't let them back. Money. Trying to be big time. Want to be in the spotlight. Want to be saying, oh, that's my family. Hell, one tooth wonder. Make me sick. Talking about somebody doing magic. The only magic is how your brain don't operate. I'm sorry, it's the truth. That's the magic. How does God make such wonderfully made creatures and they just demons? Now, I understand society do things. People go through heinous situations, very impoverished by the machine things. You know, it gobbles up all your stuff and say, now you must serve me. It's the truth. I think everybody's been through this. I'm looking at women right now with all that money. I'm looking at men from the 70s, strapping, 60s, 50s, and 70s, born and worked and became wealthy and well known. And they got busted down to a hymn. Yeah, they got busted down to a hymn. You hear me? They ain't talking about no HYMN either. And the women are left vulnerable, looking crazy. Like, well, I'll be the pimp. I'll be the madam. I got to take control of my own plantation and sell my chickens. What the hell? What? I mean, all is God and people out here doing this. So this is not a race thing. It's a human thing. You know, I'm not the person to judge souls per se. I mean, if you're doing something, yes, we all can judge. That's what God tells us, to examine ourselves, to make sure that when we present ourselves to the world, because some of these people are equivalent to judges. I mean, think about it. You don't have to go to a court to be corrected, stupid. That's like one of the last resorts, because you're still going to have eternal judgment. But you can still being a jerk. When God keeps saying, check yourself. I made all these rules and laws for you to follow. Don't act like you don't know them. You know you got this big old beam. Everybody know what you did. And you walking around with that beam trying to tell it, hey, you know, check yourself. Because if you need people to tell you, next is going to be a judge. See, if you check yourself, ain't nobody talking to you without lying. Because you know you checked yourself that morning. You know you don't have nothing in your eyes or up your butt. You know good and well you washed up and took care of yourself and looked in that mirror and said, I'm cool. Head to toe. You smelled yourself. You know you got some good soap. Can't nobody tell you smelling. You know you washed your clothes. Now, if you can't do those things, don't feel bad. God still loves you. And you can call me. I'm going to figure it out. You can come to me. I promise you we're going to figure it out. You don't have to walk around without no shoes or clothes. I got you. Come see me, okay? Okay, who you are. My loved ones, do not feel like you out here by yourself with these psych ward patients that God is about to zap with eternal attention. Okay, they finna get some good attention. They want to be famous. They finna to be infamous. Trust. So, they going and telling these kids, these people's children, yeah, something wrong with your mama. Oh, yeah, I remember when yeah, something wrong with her. She got that crazy mind. See, she got that crazy mind. That crazy man don't be acting right. So, yeah, she crazy. So, all we need to do is have you go over there to the bank and tell them that you have a executor or whatever. Now, I did give charge to my children to represent me in legal matters. I did that before I left. I gave them all my passwords, PIN numbers, and all that. But here's the thing. Them little 2 4-eyed monsters over there with the green in there, they took an advantage of me having my stuff over there and went through that stuff. I hope these kids are alive. They took an advantage of going through my stuff, the crazy one. I don't know, this could have been my kids. And they started accepting things in my name. I gave them that authority. I gave them all my emails, passwords, PIN numbers. I did. Because whatever they was doing to me over there, I told them kids, they doping me. And they figured she on drugs. Oh my God, now she gonna really go down. They did. So if anything happened, they did tell them that. Now I am talking crazy because I'm being doped. So they felt like they should take control of my affairs. I gave them that authority. I did. So don't be hurting my kids if they made a mistake listening to them old ass people. Okay? It was them old ass folks doing stuff. It wasn't them. They followed my order to do my business while I was going through this with this man over here being weird. I did. I told him I felt like I was being doped up. I did. I wasn't well. I wasn't feeling well. I told him that. I told them that I wasn't able to think clearly. I did tell them that. I did. I gave them all my information. They took my pictures. I didn't say much because they were feeling in their heart that they were protecting our memories and things like that. And I guess they could have been jumped into a gangbang where they were told, well, get the pictures, and those people start putting it on the altar. I don't know. The kids could have did it listening to these monkeys. I told them don't do no Ouija boards. So they might have delved into something. Listening to them folks, I don't know. They stopped talking to me. Then they started coming back and forth. Like if I came over here to my mother, since I was being ramshacked, moved around a lot and people sifting through my things and getting, just breaking up stuff. I had a storage. And I don't know if it was this man that would get the key and give it to maybe my kids or someone he knew. Because, you already told your kids what's what. But it seems like this man was connected to some nuts. Could have been the lady over there. Okay, the little altar lady, weirdo. Never had a conversation with this thing. Just crazy. I mean, I was pregnant and she walking around like, yeah, I'm gonna get that baby. She's weird. She ain't got no heart. I ain't call your name, ho. She ain't got no heart, no brain. This is a zombie. I don't know who conjured this one up. But then he got folks in his group that's crazy. They ain't got it's all cotton upstairs. That's all I can take. No heart, just a beast machine. Just always looking for a war. These people are weird. I ain't never met such bitter, nasty people in my life. My kids are out here with these people because they acting like they so macho and all together, and they hanging with the mayor and hanging with this one and big time that, and there's some demons. Demons. Yeah, I saw you hanging with the mayor. Ugly. Looking like a man. I ain't call your name. And I'm telling you now, whatever you doing to my kids, you ugly wenches, God finna do it to you. You wanted to be on the news, you wanted to be on TV, you wanted to run for something, you finna run. Because you lied to them people. And if you told them my kids did it, and my place like told people, oh, this is her, and the kids didn't know you was lying because y'all been lying to people, and those people hurt them kids, they coming after you. They still gonna get your ass because they still want their money. They say, give me my money. See, you got something from Boss Hogg and them cartel folks. Because y'all want to pay to play and couldn't afford it. They put you on the credit line, didn't they? I already know. And you couldn't pay it back with all the news flare your dumbasses and got into trying to be heroes. And you trying to blame me. And you didn't tell them I stole it, but it was one of mine. Do it. I wish you did. I'm telling you, God finna put y'all on the run. And it's going to be a bounty. Keep on playing with me and my kids. You sat there and told them kids you going to put that shit in their name. Knowing you stole it, dumbass. Knowing it ain't yours, old ass. You ain't got no money, bum. And then you're going to sit here and lie. And I'm trying to be discreet, y'all. It's just sad how people do stuff. Somebody took this stuff literally because somebody crazy. I knew that. All these people crazy. I knew that. I tried to stay away from them. I told my kids to stay away from them. But they telling the kids I'm crazy. Yes, they was. Up here stealing, killing, and destroying. Living in houses that ain't theirs. Being weird. Acting like they so high society. I'm like pieces of trash. Oh, y'all. Leave my kids alone. Now listen, the kids ain't listening to me. Because now they got the brainwashing going. Oh, they do this to everybody. They come over there to them shelters and things. Make them feel comfortable. Then pull out the jabs. You don't know what be happening to these people. Did they be dead? They be quiet? Did they get sold to them parties for organs for them ugly people that got money and still feel ugly because they in the plantation too? That's the sad part. Even the people with money are enslaved. That's what you got to think though. They can't even have their own identity. They can't love who they want to love. They can't marry who they want to marry. They cannot. They cannot be free. There's still people saying, I didn't like that union, so the man end up gay, or he'll end up dead, or he'll end up not being interested in you. It's crazy. They can't even be free. It's really sad. Like somebody really thinks they're supposed to be in everybody's business. Like women are not supposed to have women, and these are beautiful, wealthy women. Why are they being targeted? They are. There's no reason why these people are struggling with relationships. And I'm not saying because they have money, but we're all women. We're all desirable. Who thinks it their business to keep us separated from men? So it ain't just people on the ground like myself that's wealthy in other ways. That's why I ain't tripping. Money is not the only currency, and there's nothing anybody can do about that. But this mindset that they must control our body parts, who we have sex with, how often we have sex, when we have children. Somebody has sat here and plotted out how many kids you're going to have, almost darn near what their names are going to be, who it's going to be with, whether they hired that person as an actor or actress, or the devil sent them in, or whatever. It's weird. And you might think you're making your own choices, but why is it limited? I'm looking at all these very intelligent, smart, talented women, and they got bozos for mates. People that are not plugged in, they don't appreciate them. They got to coach them. Now do this, do that, do it like this, do it like that, or and handlers. It's crazy. And these women are worthy of doctors, lawyers. I ain't talking about the little celebrity folks. I'm talking about the authentic ones. It's just sad that they're literally being told who they can and cannot play with based on race, money, creed. And no, these conversations are not held with these people. Absolutely not. But if they see you talking to somebody, if they weren't sent in, they'll mess it up. They'll mess it up. It doesn't matter how much money you have. They just have targeted certain people. And again, you have to almost jump out of the whole machine before it eats you up in order for you to have a simple, good, wholesome husband or wife. So that means you can't really work or do your craft or whatever you've been recognized as. If you don't marry who they want, that they can control. If you can't be told what to do through that person. If your money can't be siphoned or bullied out. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like you had to sell your entire identity just to be famous. You got to sell your kids, grandkids, everybody. That's sad. So, you think those people are happy, really? On a Schumann show, whatever it's called. And I'm not knocking. And God is sick of this. God is sick of this. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be a bunch of people that's just going to be missing. They got to go. Now, I personally don't care what happens outside. You know, I did my part. Excuse me. I did my part in life. I raised my daughters to be good people. And again, if the demons got to them and took them and dragged them into the shadows, God knows what those dogs did. Calling me and my kids dogs, that's fine. I'm not going to hell and they're not either. So you say what you want in the darkness of your ugly little hearts. Oh, those aren't your hearts either. It's all fake, huh? Okay. Wow. Build a bit, huh? That's what they said. All right, making more sense. Ain't no part on you yours. That's crazy. Ain't nothing on. That's sad. See, That is sad. You unstole all these people's parts, and God is saying, calling all parts, calling all parts. Be on the lookout. I want all my shit back. Oh my God. So they probably told people that that was me, people that didn't know who I was, and that she was responsible for some stuff. Now, this is my story. This is my book that people keep blocking. I wrote a book called Building Nations, and a dusty hoe took it. And I think she put it on the market in France, in French. Ugly hoe. And that's all right. God says that's why you're cursed. You can have all the money, fame, and gaining of the world, but you're going to hell. You're evil. You're ugly. You and your ugly friends. Yeah. Some ugly little girls. The mind of a third grader is sad. I'm telling you, you hate to think that people brains are not developed. Maybe because of them coloring with crayons all their lives. You don't know. But it's like, and then they got people that support this behavior. You know, the plantation owners. It's just ridiculous. It's sad. But again, you want people's love and respect, right? And you all run around here on brooms and stuff acting weird. Acting like people celebrate this weirdoism, this mental challenge here. No, we don't. It's weird. You need to stay on the ground and be normal and thank God for Jesus and be a wholesome person. Stop being these fantasy items because of your mental illness, okay? I understand people have challenges mentally, but it really gets disgusting when they're using your children's body parts for their own. And then trying to pretend like, oh no, it's just, oh, it's not, yeah. And then the old pappy slave owner over there, pimping feet folks, he don't know nothing. Him and that nasty cousin. God already showed me what's what. Now, I hope this is a joke in this book. I hope this book is funny. I hope it has a humorous into it, because it ain't gonna be funny when God shows these people's faces and all their ugly deeds and how they're connected to Georgia and a lot of celebrities, connected to Colorado, Nevada, Vermont, maybe Montana, DC. It's global. It's global. It is, y'all, international gremlins. And you will be on the news. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You decided to be a demon right outside of high school, some of y'all. Right outside of the prison, sometimes inside the prison. And a lot of y'all been there because you do demonic activity. It's what it is. Don't get mad at the women that don't get into trouble. So you think, oh, it's good, slim picking. Okay. Now God finna pick your slim. Yeah, which one you want to smoke? Which slims you want to smoke, baby? Which cigarette you want? Because you finna walk the plank. Nobody tell you to do this. Nobody told you to be selling your relatives to the sex industry. Dumbass. Oh, I got all this cheese. Little rat, I say. Y'all done signed up all them ditzy broads. Oh, Lord. Whole kindergarten class. Jesus. You knew they was going to go for it. So you got some money, all of them co-signed. I'll work with you. I'll work with you. I want some crayons. Oh, my God. Oh, they was signing up little chickens. Lord. Oh, Father, help us. I ain't scared of y'all. Like I said, whenever I go, I'm going to heaven. My children are going, we're coming back. I already told you, we're already here again. A spirit doesn't die. It ain't got to come through childbirth, stupids. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. Lord have mercy, y'all don't listen. All y'all have been to church. Some of y'all sitting here, I'm a deacon, I'm a bearer. You don't know nothing. Put on quite a show. Really had me going. You're going to hell. Don't even take a bow. You're just gonna fall in there. Like I said, our spirits are gonna live forever because we don't bother nobody. And whatever you all did, making those kids mad at me, you know what you did? Trying to use that as a weapon to fuel them that authorization, bitch. I did. So what did you lie about? Because it wasn't your business what me and my kids discussed trying to hustle on our phone calls. None of your business what we talked about. And the things I discussed with my children. It's none of your business, you dumbass. I gave them authorization to do whatever they did. So they're not guilty. So if you're trying to go to court and say, oh, it was her and her and her, you're lying, yo. I told them to represent my business. So if there was something for me and my kids was there, I told them to. But I told them don't sign shit because I'm not there. Not with y'all, thieves. So if you coached them into some shit and on one end, you said it was them, I authorized them to be my person. Thank you. If you went in and lied on them and said, these are the people doing the crime, look at this, their signature, they use their mama's signature, you're a lie and a half. You was a lie and a half. They wouldn't do that. My kids do what I told them. And I did tell them I was sick, this nigga over here, somebody doing something they ain't supposed to, and I'm not feeling well. It's not that I was on drugs or anything, but I knew somebody was putting junk in my drinks that I didn't authorize. I didn't say I want codeine or tranquilizer in my shit. Why is it in there? And I was honest with them. Stuff in my food. This food cooking. I saw him he was weird. He was. He wasn't very together in the head. I knew that. I knew his story. And that's why they picked that sucker. And he was trying to say, go on by your business. Get on up the street. But somebody in the background had already been making me homeless, and I thought he knew about it. But apparently he didn't. So when I'm hanging around trying to stop the street, he going, why she ain't leaving? Is she obsessed? Is she crazy? He didn't get it. I know if I went to the street, somebody's gonna jack me up. He probably didn't know that. So he got his own thing going because he's mentally challenged. I knew that. But there was no need for all that. But he had his own life, his own agenda. He had his own stuff popping. He had his own circle of hookers or whatever that he enjoyed, family or not. That's his business. And it was like they was tired of him doing whatever this was that he was assigned to do. So he was like, go on by your business. And I was like, listen, you know I ain't got nowhere to go. And you got this space. I don't know what else you do, who you with. I don't know nothing about you. I don't. I know what you tell me. That ain't my business either. You know I need. So he could have just left me there and went on by his own head. No, them hoes in the building got busy. Some other lady got busy with some magic on his end and started to make stuff hard for him to just be a nice guy. Now he wants to be violent. He's being weird. He wants to fight. He wants to push. And that was the whole goal. Act like she's being domestically not nice or well. And you felt like you had to get her out. She wouldn't leave. That was the whole game. So I wouldn't go out. So they devised, well, then what? Look, domestic violence, perfect. Let's act like she doing something to you and you want her to leave. And she was being mean and reactive. Because, yeah, I kicked that door in. He closed the door like somebody was in there, knowing it would trigger me. Because it's like, you already been doing all this stuff to me. Why is my butthole smelling, Negro? Huh? Why does it feel like it's more than one person coming in here when I'm sleeping, I'm drowsed out? What's the problem? That was when I was younger. When I first met that person. And I'm early 30s. Nope, mid 30s. Long story short, went to work a few times. I mean, I'm like, who is smelling here? What garbage? That's me. And I asked him, I said, what happened on these 2 dates? What are you doing? I remember those 2 days. Those are the 2 days you was doing something you weren't supposed to. Why did you feel that way? They don't know. He ain't got nothing to say. So long story short, what was happening? Were there cameras on me? Did you already know that somebody wanted me to be recorded doing such acts? What are you doing? Were you pimping me out, bum? Putting me in abandoned buildings so that people knew this was the spot to come if there's a chick in one of these units and she ain't got them kids there and she's doped up. You can do what you want. What was we doing? And who knows about this? That old ugly hag. I bet you. How many people from my original church had heart attacks or mysteriously died? and accidents and stuff. That's that old ugly hag. Something wrong with her. I blame her. She weird. But let's break it down. What about the original church? How come all of the things I saw as a kid? Come over here if you want to. Bring your little black ass over here. God already got it set up. Snipers and all, do it. Helicopters, do it. Come over here and think you finna roll up and do something tough. He gonna show you where it's at. Set up here, all these different people on checked out, and I'm looking at the records like, wait, I've seen this movie before. Hold on now, nigga. Wait. I know y'all ain't putting it on me. I know what you did. I know what you did. Oh, I see. Y'all trying to repeat this hot mess. Oh no. Oh no. They should drive. Always something. And who don't stop it? Boss hogging them. Boss hogging them. It's just crazy. So we're gonna let that all go. And we're gonna say this. Have a good day. Be safe. Pray. Trust God that you will what? Return.